What's up, guys? This is Sam from SwordStyle Guitar. I'm here on my lunch break at Times Square, New York, bringing to you my thoughts on why people say certain guitar players have no soul. I have actually heard this quite a bit. I play in a all-black gospel group right now, and I've heard many times the misconception that because you're a certain color or because you play a certain style of music that you have no soul. I do believe there is a such thing as soul, and I think that, like many things in the musical community, it gets twisted and shrouded with colorful language and a sense of self-importance that most people like to buy into. Personally, what I define as soul for the guitarist is, I think, best demonstrated by a certain group of players that people really love. I think anybody that people really love is because they have a certain star quality about them, and I think the best people to take a look at are guys like B.B. King, Stevie Ray Vaughan. I mean, basically any player where you're listening to it and you're just like, ooh, man, like you just want to move because it's so, it's just so gutsy. It's like, it's just got that, really, it's got that edge. And if that sounds vague, I'm sorry, but the best way to describe it is it's just that star quality. It's just the difference between it being, it sounding amateurish and it sounding like the person really cares about what they're doing. If you listen to certain singers like Stevie Wonder or more recently the singer Genuine, those guys have a level of expressiveness in their singing that it's rare. I would consider that very soulful because it's so expressive. I think that is what soul is the ability to be highly expressive, to be able to be comfortable enough with your own playing and the material that you're playing, to be able to really just, let your own flaws shine through. Jimi Hendrix played out of tune, but he was so convicted to the notes that he was playing, and he played it with such great rhythm, and he could just make it work. For lack of a better term, he had a tremendous amount of soul. So, basically, soul is three things. Soul is conviction. Soul is great understanding of the format of the music that you're playing. And what that means is being really familiar and practicing a lot. And three is the ability to not play perfectly. I think that perfect playing sucks. I really don't like it. I think that, my favorite type of playing is spurv. It's just very emotional, and you can hear when somebody's really going for it and putting in a lot of effort. It's inspiring, and I think you really begin to tell the difference when you see live shows and you see certain people really putting in a tremendous effort to what they're playing. So, for my listening recommendations to really get a feeling of what soul is, I would say go and watch Stevie Ray Vaughan DVD live at the El Macombo for a really tremendous video. I mean, it's like gut-wrenchingly good. Example of what soul is. For example, to contrast of somebody who's more focused on the perfection of the phrase and really getting it to near robot level of perfection. You could go listen to like Dream Theater with John Petrucci, and that's cool too. I mean, you know, there was soul, maybe there was soul in the composition, like, you know, maybe the composition is so beautiful. Like, when I listen to Jason Becker, I think that that is incredibly soulful music, even though it's highly perfect. So it's an exception to the rule. Again, with any of these musical terms, especially for guitar players, you really need to take it with a grain of salt, and I think that experience trumps, your personal experience trumps all, and nobody should be able to tell you that something is better than another thing. If your bag of chips is Yngwie Malmsteen, then go listen to Yngwie Malmsteen, and, you know, or if your bag of chips is, you know, Rory Gallagher, go listen to Rory Gallagher, and do it well. And that's the important thing, is that you practice, you know your material, you know the format, and then you get comfortable with where you're at, and you let it rip. And that's soul. So, you know, that's my little rant for today. Coming at you live from Times Square, and, you know, have a good day. I'll see you soon.